Hello YouTube, Beath here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is another figure from DC Collectibles. There's the DC Collectibles Greg Capullo the Diner series Red Hood. Yeah, this is the Red Hood from Zero Year, which is a pretty cool story. I think the part in it, I think the first part of it was Red Hood. There were 3 acts to it. It was actually a really long story. It was more like 3 stories almost, it felt like. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. And Red Hood, I think, was the best part. And it is quite heavily implied that this is Joker. Yeah. I'm sure that's the case, obviously. They want you to know that. And I think Batman figures it out as well during the Darkseid War. Sorry if you can hear that siren. I live across the street from a fire station, so that's that. But yeah, this is actually a really cool figure. He was 25 bucks when he came out, but he doesn't have that much articulation, so you know, I felt like 25 was meh. But honestly, I don't think I would have regretted paying 25 for him. I got him for 10 bucks on Amazon, and I actually used a gift card that I got for Valentine's Day, so I really paid nothing for him. But he was like 9 something with free shipping. Pretty dope, actually. But yeah, he's really cool. One of my favorite looks for Red Hood, for the Crime Lord Red Hood anyways. Just black suit, white gloves, and the kind of red pill over his head, I guess. But yeah, I kind of like his little creepy smile and stuff. He was very chaotic. He wasn't like tricked into it like in The Killing Joke and stuff. This Red Hood was actually pretty chaotic, if I remember correctly. But he was a really cool character. I very much liked him. But yeah, now, you know, detail and paint, as I said, it's just the suit body. And this is kind of rubbery suit part. But the main body is just, you know, pretty cool. Pretty nice looking, actually. I don't know if there's another figure with this suit body, to be honest. But I like it. And you got side to side on the head. Got some up and down, a little wobble. You kind of got this rotation on the arms that rotates out instead of just straight up and down, which I like. And then you got this bicep swivel, elbow bend, which is pretty cool. You got the wrist swivel here. So yeah, already a lot less than most modern DC Directs. And they don't really call it a DC Direct anymore. As you saw, the waist swivel, not really any in and out on the legs at all, but you do get forward and back. Knee bends there, and up and down on the foot, and a rotation, but no ankle pivot. The designer series figures that I have really just don't have ankle pivot, which kind of stinks. But yeah, so that's that. Now let's check out some accessories. First up is this fancy gun he stole from Wayne Tech. He doesn't hold it too terribly well, actually. It's a very awkward placement in the hand. The finger doesn't go on the trigger or anything. I mean, the gun itself looks really nice, but just like, if I feel like it should be his main weapon, he just doesn't hold it too well. So, you know, that's whatever. And even when you do get it in this hand, you know, you can't really get this on the bottom very well. It's all awkward because he doesn't have enough articulation in the arms to hold a two-handed weapon. Red Hood also comes with this little pistol. Not really a big deal weapon, but you know, just a nice little weapon anyways. It's just a tiny little gun. Nothing real fancy about it. Good, you know, sculpt and all, I guess. It's not bad. It's just a little gun. Well, I think I just scraped some white paint onto it. Here we have him with an automatic weapon. I don't really know the names of guns. But, you know, I don't like how he holds it either. I just don't think I'm going to have him holding any weapons in the display. I think I'm just going to put the accessories in storage or something, because this really stretches out his hand, and if it stretches out his hand too much, it'll like scrape white paint onto the weapons, which I don't really like, because it takes it off the hand and puts it on something it shouldn't be on. So that's that. His last weapon is this pickaxe, which I think is my favorite accessory of his. It's like wrapped up in cloth and stuff, and it's a little bloody and old looking. I like it. I like this. It's rough to get into this hand, and it scrapes a little bit of white paint onto it. But whatever. I haven't tried it in the other hand yet. It actually seems to slide into the other hand better, but it's also looser. So you can have it in whichever hand you want, I suppose. But yeah, you know, just do whatever you want with it. Red Hood also comes with this pretty cool interchangeable head that turns him into a member of the Red Hood gang. Since they all have the same body, I think this was actually a pretty good choice for a piece, a little accessory here. So you can make him a totally different character. And I think a cool thing about his gang was they were all like people that were blackmailed or forced into being gang members. Some of them were like his drug dealer people were like chemistry teachers and stuff. It was all Breaking Bad and shit. It was cool. But yeah, this is actually pretty dope. A pretty nice head sculpt. It is different. It's got like the wrinkles and stuff. So if you have like a spare suit body laying around and you're like a customizer guy, you could put the head on another suit body and have Red Hood and a Red Hood gang member. But this figure is also really cheap on Amazon, so if you don't mind spending another $10 or so to get a second figure, you could just have one of each. Personally, I'm just going to kind of leave the head with the other accessories, and I'm just going to display him as Red Hood. I'm not really going to worry about this head, but I do think it looks really cool on the figure. Now about we jump into size comparisons. Here on the left we have another designer series figure. It's the Greg Capullo Mr. Freeze. And here on the right we have the Batman Arkham Knight GameStop exclusive Battle Damage Batman. Both of these are also from DC Collectibles. Here's with some DC Icons figures, also from DC Collectibles. Here on the left we have Batman, and on the right Black Adam. Here he is with some of Mattel's movie figures. Here on the left, the Movie Masters Man of Steel Superman, and here on the right, the Dark Knight Rises Batman. And lastly, here he is with some other Mattel figures. Here on the left, we have the DC Universe Classics Power Girl, and on the right, the DC Comics Multiverse Endgame Joker, who Red Hood here will eventually become. And out of all these figures, the only ones he really scales with were the DC Collectibles, excluding DC Icons, of course. So my final thoughts on the DC Collectibles Greg Capullo Designer Series Red Hood figure. Honestly, I really love this figure. He might not have as much articulation as I would prefer in a figure, but his detail and paint are really spot on. He's got some pretty cool accessories, even if he doesn't hold them all perfectly. You have the option to make him another character, which I always think is an interesting thing when that's done. Of course, you know, I can't have him as both at the same time. But I feel like there are ways around that, you know? And he was very cheap. You can get him real cheap now. And honestly, I just feel like this figure has a lot of personality. I don't know if it's just that smile or what, but I really do. I feel the personality coming off this figure. I can look at it and I can tell that this is a menacing dude. I really do like it. I have absolutely no regrets buying this guy, especially for the price I got him for. So that's it, you guys. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And that's it. Yeah, so pick this guy up if you want. That's all. I'll see you all later.